Boulware against Wayne Corbett. Corbett, another veteran fighter. Boulware a bit taller and a slight reach advantage. Once again, age could be a big factor, Wally.
Well, Boulware, yes, age and lack of experience. Actually, Boulware's only had 5 fights. Comes from a fighting family. His brother, of course, is Vincent Boulware, his older brother, who had a crack at the IBF super middleweight title a couple of years ago. A good fighter.
And here with the introductions, our ring announcer, Gordon Wood.
We move into the middleweight division. This bout scheduled for 4 rounds. In the ring at this time, the man in charge, referee Tony Shelsky. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals first. Boxing out of the red corner, wearing the white satin trunks with the red trim, and weighing in at 157 3/4 pounds. From Fort Worth, Texas, with a professional record of 1 win and 2 defeats, ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Corbett. Corbett and his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the solid black trunks and weighing in at a solid 157 3/4 pounds. This young man from Houston, Texas, is undefeated as a pro. 5 consecutive wins, 3 of those wins coming by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm round of applause for Ulysses Boulware. Boulware. 4 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Your referee is Tony Shelsky.
You men were giving you instructions in the dressing room. Do you have any questions at this time? I want you to obey my commands at all times. Shake hands now, come out fight.
All right, Wally, once again, 2 more fighters who now fight out of Texas, but not from Texas. Ulysses Boulware from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, now fights out of Houston. Wayne Corbett from Atkinson, North Carolina, now fights out of Fort Worth, Texas. And why do these fighters come to Houston, Wally? Why come to Texas?
I'm actually looking at a very good reason right across the ring, and that's Mrs. Josephine Abercrombie, who owns HBA Stables. She's got a lot of money to bring people down here. You know, she's got good trainers also and an excellent training facility. On the other side of the coin, you know, we mentioned that Dave Gorman had a good stable, was bringing a lot of fighters down here. He looks a little shell-shocked now. He's had 3 of his fighters come in and get knocked out. And this is another one.
That's right.
Another member of the Gorman stable.
This is round number 1, scheduled for 4. Boulware in the black trunks, Corbett in the white trunks. Both fighters are married. Corbett has 3 children. Boulware has 1 daughter. And both come from big families. Corbett, one of 9 brothers and sisters.
One of those families where you learn to fight just getting to the dinner table every night. There was a good right hand by Corbett.
Well, Corbett, another one of these late bloomers in the sport of boxing. He is 29 years of age and owns a modest record of 1 and 2.
I like the way you put that, a modest 1 and 2. As if there could be any other kind of 1 and 2. But you want to know something? He shook Boulware up twice with a right hand in this round.
Corbett in the white, Boulware in the black. Corbett has a full-time job. He works at a rifle range and boxes because he likes the sport. Boulware got into boxing because of his brother.
I'm sure. Vincent has had some success, and he's a good right-hand puncher. The thing here is that you know that Ulysses Boulware has got to be the favorite. He's 5-0 coming in against this late starter at 1 and 2. And Boulware's the one who's been rocked a couple of times.
Boulware in the black, Corbett in the white. Scheduled for 4. These are middleweights.
That's a good long arm jab. When he lands it, he pushes his man back a good step.
Corbett hanging tough, though. He's gotten his fair share of shots in there.
I think he's landed the 2 best punches of the round, those 2 right hands. In fact, if I were Wayne Corbett, I'd keep throwing that right hand because obviously Boulware can be hit by it.
20 seconds to go in round 1.
And we've got another first round cut. Right eye, Wayne Corbett. 3 bouts in a row.
Let's see if this one ends in a knockout like our other fights.
The other two fights, interestingly enough, the man who was cut won.
Closing seconds of round number 1. We now pause for a regional break. Bob Papa and Wally Matthews back in Pasadena, Texas. We begin round number 2. Wayne Corbett in the white trunks, Ulysses Boulware in the black trunks. Scheduled for 4 in the middleweight division.
All right, now let's get this straight. We've had 3 fights. We're in the 3rd fight here, and all 3 of them, one man has been cut in the first round, and in the first 2, the man who was cut won by a knockout. So if that holds up, Wayne Corbett's going to win this fight by a KO.
We shall see.
We shall.
Corbett, just a 1-2 record, but looks okay in there.
Well, looks like he might be 2-2 someday. He's very awkward, and you can tell that he really hasn't had a lot of experience. Some of the things that he does in there.
And now that cut over the right eye has opened up. Good left that time by Boulware.
Yeah, I have the feeling that that pattern is not going to work out in this fight. I don't know why. Just a strange gut feeling that I have. Then again, that gut feeling could be from those Sonic burgers we had earlier today.
Ooh, low shot taken by Boulware.
There's a good right hand by Boulware.
Ooh, just missed with the right, did Boulware.
I wanted to call him Vincent Boulware because he fights so much like his brother.
Halfway point of round number 2. It appears that Boulware is starting to find his range a little bit better, Wally, with his jab.
I think so. You know, I think that Wayne Corbett surprised him a bit with those right hands in the first round, but now it looks like Ulysses is settling in.
He's just waiting to unload a right hand.
And he's really got his man set up now because Corbett's getting into a rhythm of dropping his left. It's like coming up and down, up and down. And as soon as Ulysses Boulware sees the target, he's going to land it.
And blood is just streaming out of the right eye of Corbett. And that jab, Corbett is just eating jabs.
Whoa.
Lunging right, though.
And he almost landed it because Boulware's got a very bad habit with that left hand. Carries it down around his waist.
Now let's see if Boulware can finish off his man. Corbett obviously hurt here in round number 2.
And now you can see that Corbett is really desperate. He's just winging.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Corbett against Boulware here on the Sports Channel America Pro Boxing Tour. Ranked number 1 by the IBF in the junior lightweight division. Calvin Grove coming up in our main event, loosening up in his locker room. And we begin round number 3, scheduled for 4 in the middleweight division. Bob Papa along with Wally Matthews here on Sports Channel America's Pro Boxing Tour.
Corbett came out trying a new tactic, landed a couple of right hands to the body right off the bat, and then followed up with a right hand to the head.
Vincent Boulware in the dark trunks. Wayne Corbett in the white.
There's that right to the body again. And right now there's blood all over Wayne Corbett's face.
It is a bad cut.
He is hurt badly, and his foot almost went off the apron.
Boulware.
So far, the referees here have been very good in stopping fights at the right time, but they better watch this guy carefully.
And Corbett nearly falls through the ropes right above us.
He's got no legs under him anymore.
Boulware just peppering Corbett here in round 3.
You know what? This is the kind of a fight I'd like to see the corner just throw in the towel because their man can't win, and he's taking a beating.
Just past the midway point of round 3. Boulware
just
it
teeing
well.
off with that right hand.
Corbett through the ropes.
Oh, and he knocked over a table over there at ringside.
This ring is not that high off the ground.
You know what? And the aprons are very narrow. They're about a foot all the way around.
Ring is 20 by 20. But to Corbett's credit, he's kind of hanging in there, Walt.
He's a game kid. He really is. He just landed a good right hand.
And can Boulware finish his man off? That's a question that must be answered.
I think that there's so much heart on the other side of the ring there that Boulware's going to have a tough time ending it, at least in this round.
Under 30 seconds to go here in round number 3. Scheduled for 4.
That was a big
And
right
Corbett
hand.
going
And
down.
really enough. Right up though.
Corbett is up. They will let him finish the round. He will make it for round number 4, it appears.
And I think the referee should be closer to the action. Now he's getting in there.
Final seconds, and Corbett against the ropes, and that's it. It is over. Stop in the final second of round number 3, and a good decision. Strong showing by Ulysses Boulware. And a gutty effort by Wayne Corbett.
It really was, but you know, Bob, they really could have saved him a little bit of that punishment. After the knockdown, he really wasn't in a position to win the fight. That would have been a fine time just to send him back to the corner. He got hit at least 6 more times.
Boulware now 6-0 with 4 knockouts. Corbett 1-3. Corbett with a lot of heart, but just overpowered. And here's the end of the fight, Wally.
And Boulware did it mostly with his right hand, although his left was getting home too. There was a left uppercut, but there's the big right hand. And he just backpedals until he falls down. He's got no legs under him at all.
But he wasn't done there.
Well, maybe he should have been, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. Then again, in the corner over here, Boulware really works him over. Well, here's the same shot. But after he got up, he was in no position to defend himself.
And he got up again and got knocked out. Well, here's the official time of that knockout. Here's our ring announcer, Gordon Wood.
The time, 2 minutes, 59 seconds of the 3rd round. Referee Tony Shelsky stops this contest. The winner for his 4th knockout in 6 undefeated bouts from Houston, Texas, Ulysses Boulware. And one more time for the game, Wayne Corbett, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight!
Well, we've brought you 3 fights, and we've seen 3 knockouts. Ulysses Boulware, an impressive win over Wayne Corbett. Just overpowered him.
He really did. You know, at first I thought he might have some trouble here because he had an awkward opponent in there. And Boulware's flaw, dropping that left hand, seemed to make him susceptible to being hit with a right.